Hello. Hello. Nice to see you. So, we are good to go. I'm well in. I thought, hey, I'm doing this, and I should be streaming it and doing this together as a group effort. So yes, Japan was great. Japan was really, really amazing. I've obviously hid lots of things. Japan was really amazing. So it was. The Vue community, the Nuxt community there are really lovely and made me feel so much at home. And I ate so much amazing food, which I had even no idea that there were whole categories of food, of like different kinds of restaurants. It was just wonderful. Thank you, Aussie Boy. That's really nice of you. It was so much fun. Thank you. That's very kind. So there's some stuff all around testing, which I want to make sure is out. And this is a great PR that's just come in, by the way. But I will pin this one as a repo, so we know what we're doing. And basically everything that I want to sort of focus on today is testing. So yes, so let's see. I'm just getting the repo set up, and I'm also migrating out of pure nuxt. So we have test-utils. I've pulled it out of the core repo, and I think we can now close this. Like, we can remove the code. I'm just setting up nightly releases on the new repo. Todd, hello. This guy is Todd is great accessibility engineer, or I'm not even sure you would limit yourself like that, but you have great accessibility chops. And David, hello, and Origin, amazing. Lots of very, very nice people appearing in the chat. So this is really what I'm just doing at the moment. Doing a nightly publish of the module. Now there's just something slightly weird here, and that is that the release for some reason is coming out at a major. Like, I don't quite know why that is. I'm not sure if it's because it's in a branch, but there's not been any. I'm just sort of assuming it's going to be the branch, and I'm gonna merge it in. Hopefully that's going to solve things for us. What if I've added a really script and empty changelog, just see if this makes difference. Oh yes, modern front ends. Who here knows anything about modern front ends? Someone contacted me about it just the other day because I wrote a very, very small letter on my website, and the link is 404s, which is not a surprise. So I suppose I shall have to edit that. And someone made some t-shirts, I think. I survived modern front ends, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt type thing, which I thought was hilarious, and I have to get one. TS Moore, okay, a test. This is pretty cool. I think it's actually an archetype itself. Definitely you are getting banned. Let's see. Let's see. What are we doing? Yes, thank you for the link. This is very, very, very cool, and I can't wait to do more with this. Server actions. Check out Nuxt server actions. So yes, there is a, where is it? It might be in the modules list. Great little library. Actions, that's it. Try this. Form actions. And it's definitely something to check out. Habalicious has been doing really interesting work coming up with the... Did you actually do it, Todd? Okay. Well, that just tells me I have to get this. I'm just going to have to go for it. As long as they ship to the UK, this will be a good... This will be one of the few t-shirts I actually order, because mostly I'm very fortunate to get swag, and that is very, very cool, of course. But it's just such a funny concept. Okay, right. So we're looking at right. Why is changelog bumping this to 4? I've tested it locally and it doesn't bump to 4.0. So where am I? Let's see if adding the actual changelog file makes a difference. It does not. I think from an Adobe Max event. Yes, nothing, no resemblance to the actual conference. For everyone who doesn't know it, Modern Frontends was a conference that bore little to no resemblance to the marketing for it. It was a great conference in that I really enjoyed my time there. I met a lot of very interesting speakers and some great attendees as well. Had a good time in London, but it was definitely not what was advertised, which was not a problem for me, but it was a problem for a lot of other people, including people who'd paid to be there. And basically it really took advantage of them. But yes, that is where we're talking about now. Any recommendations for ESLint and prettier configs? I would check out Anthony's ESLint config. It's a great set of utilities. Do you know, I mean, I really cannot say about when Vapor will be available, but I know that active and exciting work is happening on it right now. I would open my Discord and show you, but that would be a total betrayal of confidence. So yeah, exciting stuff is happening. Right. I think I'm just going to merge this because I suspect it might be slightly different on the main branch. That's the only thing I can think of. I didn't paste Anthony's. Oops. This is this what I recommend? Oh, I did paste it. Yale, hello. Let's try that. See if that makes any difference. ESLint is, but that's why there is this. ESLint.style, which is basically ESLint's removing them out of not wanting to maintain them. And so Anthony is saying, hey, well, I'll maintain them. So if you're interested, if this is useful to you, go and check out ESLint stylistic. You can also read a little bit about why. And Anthony has a great post. We recommend reading Anthony Fu's post, says Anthony. So this is, check out why I don't use Prettier. And honestly, it's a really good read, really well thought through. Okay, so let's just see if this made any difference. And I need to merge and release this fix. So I think this is basically, how to describe it. Fix support components with options API style export. Yeah, that is a big value for me. I really, really do not like the concept in any way of lock-in. I don't like lock-in in general, like quite apart, like in any context. I think the strongest case for staying with a provider should always be that they offer the best experience or price or value, whatever. But then again, that is probably my sort of flashback to trying to work with Microsoft Word with when the file format had to be reverse engineered by people. that was a painful time. Okay, let's see. I think we can go ahead and release nuxt vtest. And let's do it. Release often, that's what I think. Now there's a weird, this release thing doesn't, I need to work on changelog to make this actually work. But right now, this is not going to, Joaquin, hello. Not going to fully do what I want, but I wonder if I'll just do change login. Yeah. Well, let's go for it. Okay. Okay. So that will be created. Cool. I just need to update some dependencies. 0.11.3 and .3. There we go. Have you tried it out? Because if you have, I would be very interested in knowing how you're finding it, because I'm pretty excited by the concept of the speed improvements. Like, I feel conceptually it should be a very significant improvement, but we did a lot of work on like Vite warm-up improvements. So it should be much better. Anyway, let me know. Cool. I love it, Qubit. Thank you. A nice dream, I hope. Let's just check what the version is that this is released. Please tell me it's not. It is still Major 4.0. Why is that happening? Yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back for sure. Right, so I am on nuxt test-utils, which is here. And I need to figure out this nightly release thing. Just stash this first and pull. Yeah, 4.0. No, I hope not. I mean, I hope not accidentally is what I mean. I want 4.0 to be intentional. It's like, oops, it seems like we automatically released 4.0. That would definitely be a non-breaking, easy move. And then we would have 5.0 relatively soon thereafter, because we're aiming for... Why is this not working? So we have... Oh, I bet I know. Okay. The issue is that we have the fetch depth 0, I strongly suspect. No, we don't. Where is it? Release. Yeah, let's pull that out. CI fetch full history. That's what it is. Okay, so that should now hopefully manage to give us a little bit better targeting of the version. And okay, we need a couple more things. So we're working through the this roadmap here for test-utils, which is create a new nightly release workflow. I'm optimistically going to tick that. We also want to combine this with nuxt vtest and set up a testing harness that's a little bit more fully featured. We've already done some of that. Let's confirm. confirm. Yep, it's working. Okay, great. That's fine. That's fine. So what we want here is, great, we have two examples of some, what's going on here? We have two examples of some sandboxes for reproducing test-utils issues, but also showing what they should look like, and hopefully also serving as a as an example. Let's just come here. Right. Super. Okay, let's go ahead and merge that. Let's see, nothing else to cover there. Beautiful. Right, let's just check these. Okay, we cannot allocate. Okay, this is interesting. This is probably a helpful. It's probably helpful that there's some kind of issue. We can figure out what that is. And there's also an issue here, weirdly. This is not what I particularly want to read. Okay, what's the matter? ES builds out of memory. Is that the issue? Okay, this isn't failing at nuxt prepare. Let me just check that we don't have this issue on a new stack blitz. Hello! Incoming raid from an amazing channel. Whiteboard the web. If you're not following Ben, you definitely need to. Alien, hello. Good to see you. We are doing tests. We want to make better tests, better test-utils. That is the idea. And so one of the things that we're doing is to move everything to centralized nuxt test-utils. So we've separated it out into a new repository so we can iterate a bit faster. So check out the repository if you haven't checked it out. I think I've pinned it or something like that. And we probably need to add a README and a little bit of documentation here. We also need to get going with merging nuxt vtest into the repository. We probably need to do some other stuff to create README to orient users. Cool. Let's see what's going on with the nuxt starter. Nuxt end-to-end tests exist. It already is there. So you should definitely be able to do that. Is there a problem, Joaquin? Writing. Hello, Mehmet. Good to see you. Routing. Tell me what's not working, and I will see if I can fix it, because that sounds like there's a bug. If routing isn't working for you. What is going on here? I'm hoping this is a stack blitz issue and not a sort of deeper thing. Let's try specifying nuxt 3.8.0. Okay, I'm a bit worried. Right, let's just clone a new repository. Nuxt at latest init 3 latest. And I guess npm is what we're using. And stackblitz. Ah, interesting idea. That should be very doable. I mean, we already support root-aware testing in nuxt vtest. Have you used it, nuxt vtest? I, by the way, do not understand. Like, npm is so slow for me compared to other package managers. I don't know if it's the same for others, but okay. So we have a new install, and it seems fine. So maybe it is just I'm very much hoping it's a stackblitz issue. Seems like we are good to go with that. Okay, so it's not just me. It's good to know. And I don't know what's going on here. This is just like, this is, what is this? It's somehow out of memory WebAssembly, and we've not actually run anything. Okay, it works for you. So it might just be, and yeah, I couldn't even start it here. So I think it must somehow be my stackblitz. See if it works in a, probably won't work in an incognito window, will it? But I appreciate the debugging, that's very helpful. I would be extremely worried. Having just released 3.8.1, if it didn't work on stackblitz, that would be a total pain. This bit, the reify unpack, this is the thing that takes the longest for me on stackblitz. And I haven't really looked into the like the code, like what is going on in reify unpack. But I guess it's the bit after this, whatever the bit after this is, that's where it hangs on stackblitz. Okay, it's up and running just fine in the in stackblitz in an incognito window. So somehow it's something to do with a session or a cache or something like that. And what I would want to do here is run npm run test, I guess. Oh, I have to probably do dev prepare. So this should basically be in the stackblitz, I think, as like, this is what you run. Cool, right. So we need to create a stackblitz RC that does that. And I think we want to do something like this. New file. Stackblitz config.json, I think. We want to do something like, in our app, we simply want to run test. And then I think we want to do the same in module. We want to run dev prepare and npm run test. Cool. So that can be added, add stack blitz run commands for playgrounds. Great, we can confirm that works in a second. And cool. Let's confirm this now. I'm not 100% sure that was in fact a new install. Let's see. No. How about I'll close that. And grab it. Let's grab this one, okay. Ah, Sean, hello. Great, Joaquin, great, that's fantastic. That would be really nice. Sean, yes, it was such a nice Indian restaurant. Everyone, it was amazing how it happened. So a few of us are located not far here from Newcastle, which is a lovely city in the northeast. And we all went out for curry, and actually Vladimir of VTest fame happened to be able to come along as well. So he was visiting, and that was really, really nice. So it was a great little meetup, and we should do that again for sure. Carlos, so have people been beating down your door to hire you? Like if people don't know, Carlos is on the Vue team. He's responsible for a lot of the TypeScript magic that's has happened. And it would have to be 3 months. But I mean, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. I hear people love Australia. I've never been, but I hear people love it. Come on, people. Unpack. We can at least see, yes, the stack blitz thing does exist. I just want to know, is it actually going to run the thing that I want it to run? All right, I'm just going to put it over here. Right, where are we up to? So we have test-utils. The commands are running fine. Can we pin this yet? Renovate's meant to keep these things up to date. So we now need to, I'm just going to put this in here. We now need to set up some testing for the test-utils itself. The stack blitz editor is not the same. Like this is for a reproduction. Like I want people to be able to. Would you use it for that? For a reproduction? Do I use graphite? Oh, did you see my? I do have it. I have tried it. I've got it set up. Okay, so this is doing what I wanted it to do. It's running. It's the starting script, and it's working. Okay, so that's basically what we want to see. So this is for reproduction. I'm running that, and weirdly this. Oh, I see it very briefly grabbed the. Okay, So we can now look at hopefully setting up some testing. So of the test utils themselves. So we have these app and module examples, which I thought might be two useful things to test. And basically each of them has a test script, and we can run that in CI, and that will we can just do test like this, and it will. Oh no, it's test examples, I think, and it will test both of them, and hopefully that will just do what we need. Cool. So that is the module and the app end-to-end testing. And also it's running a very, very small nuxt vtest instance. So what we could do is look at integrating nuxt vtest in here. And currently we have our source, and I think this could do with a little tidying up first. We also have a test runner. It has got some options, test context. There's some stuff we could do. Run tests. This is what is called by nuxty when you do npx nuxt test. And we might have to look at that because this basically has an inline vtest config, and we might be able to handle this a little bit better. Interesting. Yeah, it's very nice. I've used it, but I'm just not sure how well it works for reproductions, right? Because it wants to fork it, like it wants to create a Git branch. Okay, so we've got a couple of sandboxes that we trust work. Oops. Right, so let's get the testing set up. I think I might already mark this as being there because we have the test examples. But maybe we can give some more full-featured examples of what we want to see. So this is going to be our server test. We'll call this server, I guess. We can call a browser maybe. And we would just enable browser true, and then do something like we have a create page example here, and we would do something like expect page nuxty dev examples app. Oops. Oh, interesting. So if we have this, we would expect to be able to grab a h1 get by role heading. Oh. Text to contain welcome to nuxt, right? Okay, so that's going to be a browser test. I think this is going in the right direction. Let's just confirm that that works. We might want dev test. And it would be something like dev true. And we would want to basically do very similar to the server side of things. And we would expect that to work. Hey, hello, Czechia. Are you Czechia of Storybook Czechia or someone else? It's okay if you're someone else. It would be fine. Okay, so we've basically added a couple more test cases to the server side of things. Oh, you are? Great. Did you see my comment earlier about the Storybook View module and what I think the issue is with nuxt 3.8? I need some way. Excellent. Okay, and that's probably what you were wondering about. Okay. Let me know. So basically, this is what I said here. But if it isn't helpful, let me know, because I can see if I can create a PR. But I think it's a pretty straightforward fix. It's just about making sure we don't duplicate the View plugin. Hi, Lena. Welcome. It's good to have you here. So I think we can basically say that we've added a very basic set of tests. But anyone who wants to add more tests here would be great. I would also, I think, like to test nuxt against, like to have the ability to test nuxt against this. So I might add one in future, which basically clones the latest nuxt, core nuxt repo, builds test-utils, and then runs the nuxt tests using the latest test-utils. That should be able to identify any sort of regressions, because we do a lot more testing there. Okay, so a README, I think we can do that pretty straightforwardly. So let's create one. We have a README, and then we'll grab. I think we can grab the README from nuxt or something like that, because there's a similar kind of thing, simple and. Okay. And just confirm. Oh, we don't actually have a license. That's a problem. Okay. We sort of nuxt test-utils. Let's see. Nuxt offers first-class testing support for end-to-end and unit testing of your nuxt applications. Nuxt test-utils currently contains end-to-end test utilities, allowing you to test your built and dev it's currently powering the tests we use on nuxt itself. As well as the module as tests used throughout the module system. Ooh, that's so exciting. I would be delighted by that. Check it, that's fantastic. Let me know if I can help at all. I would happily submit a PR or anything that would be useful. And Fabian, nice to see you. Oh, great. Are you enjoying them? Todd, good to see you, and have a good day. Well, that is nice of you to say. I'm really happy for people to use whatever they want to use. But yeah, I always am delighted when people pick nuxt. Okay, we are going to nuxt add basic readme. Cool. We have our readme, which we can now mark done. And what else do we need? We need to move nuxt vtest into the repo. Now this is probably the more complicated thing because it's currently two separate packages, vtest environment nuxt and nuxt vtest module. And now we're talking about including it with nuxt test-utils. So that is not going to be a straightforward thing to do, but we will see. Update engines. Engines. You mean because it doesn't work on node 16 or it doesn't work on node 14.8 or whatever? Yeah, Probably doesn't. But I would need to confirm that. Okay, so if we were to change this to packages, if we go to examples app and say SDF, what is it? Is that how I do it? 14. I can never remember the, oh, for goodness sake, 14.8. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, how do we do it? ASDF, just not use, is it use? Local. Okay, oh, what's this? Build failed. What's the latest? We really shouldn't support Node 14, but I just want to confirm that it is in fact, where is it? Come on. Oh, this probably. Okay, what is the latest Node 14? It's 14.21.3, I guess. Ugh, pain. Basically, I don't want to update the engines unless I actually know that it doesn't work on that engine, like fully, because then you get slightly better logging. But I don't want to do it just because I want people to update. I want it because it actually will physically not work. Okay, now what are our test-utils issues? Because I will migrate them to the new repository and then we can nicely look at them. So we have a label test-utils, and for all of these, I guess we want to migrate them across. Okay, and so we're just going to transfer to test-utils. Doing something like this, you always think, oh, should I create an automation for it? But in this particular case, there are so few of them just 8, I think, that it really doesn't make sense to do it just for this. If you had a nice little tool that could do something in a more generic way, that would be quite handy. Okay, so I think that is all done. Okay, let's just confirm. Do we have any test-utils issues that were not labeled? Probably we do. Oh, node 10. Oh, that just makes me, that's just painful. I can't imagine that. That would be really awful. Okay, this can go as well. Okay. Some of these I think I can actually close. So this is, yeah. Oops. Okay. This documentation, I think we can directly update it. Yeah, this is true. We need to fix this. Oh no, I think this is already fixed, actually, Joaquin. The node 10 types are fixed. I spotted it earlier today when I was migrating it. And basically, I had to add this. It wasn't publishing experimental.d.ts, but it should be good to go now, I think. So the rest should be fine. We should be able to test this, actually. Let's just test nuxt test-utils nightly. To confirm. It's obviously 22 meg. How is it 22 meg? Seems high. Or is it 22 kilobytes? That's 22 kilobytes. Okay, that's a different thing. Right. Why is it taking so long then? Well. Oh, right. So this is still going. Oh, no, it also failed. Okay, obviously we can't even install Node 14, let alone actually use it. So that, I think, tells us something. Let's just check. Oh yes, this test-utils. We need to say that this is not, it's not still in development. But we need to say that this needs to, we need to have some, well, it seems like we shouldn't need to pack it because it is published already. It just needs to get it. So come on, we're nearly there. Yes, go for it. Almost. Julian, hello. For goodness sake. Yeah, so it's fine. We're good to go on the latest nightly. let's just check. Okay, it seems that yeah, we just need to add the okay. So, okay, what's next? So I think, I mean, there are some features here to start with that we could actually build. Oops. And and some of these we need to confirm whether it is in fact still the case. So I think it's probably fair that we would label the bugs as pending triage to confirm that this is still the case. Oh, this checklist is actually about testing nuxt, which we have done. Okay. Let's just quickly see if we can resolve this one. I think this is about documentation. Come on. Right. Maybe. Come on. Okay, right. Want to run test, I guess. Okay, what is the issue? ESM syntax is not allowed. This is a constant thing, I think, with just. Okay, we have to disable the beta module syntax. Let's try it again. Okay, top level await. We have to set, but this is the case, right? We have module ESNext and target also ESNext. So for whatever reason, just is wrongly telling us that we don't have this. Is there anything more I can tell it? Where's TS just is complaining? I wonder if I can just ignore it. Let's try it again. I see. Oh, we have to install it. Surely it's installed. How can it not find it? So this is just presumably unable to import this file. I don't want to get too far down the stack, I guess. It feels like these are the same thing. Let's just check. Oh, this is actually a. Oh, I see. Okay, that is a different use case. Well, I think it's probably fair that we should have an example configuration of Jest so that people can use it and we can test it as well. So we could do something like that too. Could try it. Okay. Do something like this. We're going to want to have neither of them, but we will install Jest. This isn't going to ruin the whole repo. Okay, how would I get started with just these days? Just. Come on. Okay. Okay, so what we want to run here is just, and we want to have a test, which we're not going to have this, but the rest should be the same. And we'll have runner just, should be enough. Okay. Thank you. Try that. Okay, let's try this instead. It's not a complicated file, and maybe it will work. Seems not. See if MTS is going to be supported. Seems not. Okay, Babel. Can I... Okay, so we currently only support TS. It is type module. Can I just say how awful this experience is? Okay. Well, we can update it. Okay. go. And we want test match. And we are going to change it here to, I guess, a string, isn't it? No, an array. We will, actually, I don't care about the underscore tests, but this, let's try that. Okay, TS node is required if we want to have a TypeScript config file. I see. Let's see. I hope you're not getting bored with this. This is, it is getting so dark. It really is. It's sort of, does it look dark? It's dark. Okay, we've got a just config file. Okay. Which weirdly is not in TypeScript. Let's see if this is actually going to run. It's not. Why is this being true? Oh, right. Okay. So it needs to be a DS file, and we need to try this. And we're going to stick these things inside and try that again. Right. TS node. Is that not what we installed? Oh, I see, we installed TS jest. My mistake. Okay. I see. Let's see if this is now going to work. If I remove the MTS. Weirdly, no. That's interesting. Spec. Oh, it doesn't have spec. All right. Interesting. I was optimistic for a moment. Okay. Cannot use import meta outside of a module. Okay, we're going to rename them back, and we are going to try somehow to configure just to transpile them. So we're going to use this as a test match. Oh wait, what is this? We needed to copy these up there. Okay. Please. No. These are specifically, this is just not the case. Okay. Can try that. Okay, maybe it's this. Oops. Nope. Nope. I can try that. Nope. Back to where we were before. This is so bad. Right, I just want to support jest. I want to support it. All of this is people discovering how ESM works, but ESM is configured. We're in type module land. There we go. Is this the same one? I think I tried ignoring it. Okay. Is the problem here that we are extending, maybe? Do we need to say this is root or something like that? Is there any chance it's trying to extend this tsconfig, for example? Although they should also be the same. And we know it is respecting this one, because when I get rid of that, it throws an error. So somehow TypeScript is not being initialized correctly. Maybe the roots. Yeah, David, sorry. So this is the issue. It's an error message that should be familiar to us all. We know what this means. Only problem is the tsconfig here does in fact have these correct settings. And we actually have experimental VM modules enabled as well. So that's how we're running this. Actually, let's get rid of the no warnings thing. Yeah. We can try updating this to be MTS, but it doesn't actually support the finding the file. So we have to update this test match as well. Maybe that will work. So if we did something like that. Well, that's weird. Let's just try that. Help me, David. Yeah. So let's see what the default is. Okay. Test match. Okay, this is the default. Okay, now come on then. Just pop that in there. And let's just put M. It's not spotting it. Weird. But if I remove the M, is it spotting it? No. Why would that be? Yeah, I think that somehow when I'm overriding it, like the thing is, it tells me that this is the default, but the default doesn't work. So let's try if I put both in. Does that work? It does. So we feel it's picking it up from here. Okay, let's drop an M here and here. Huh. Okay, maybe the question mark doesn't mean what I think it means. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe the question mark operates the other way, like this. Let's just add M, hard-code it. Doesn't work. Remove it. Works fine. How about that? That's weird, isn't it? Like, it is picking it up from here. Okay, so drop that. It works. Looks to me like I should be able to say, well, let's just put T, S, and let's remove the X. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's simplify it further. Let's just say spec. Okay. Oh, they're not working. Interesting. Okay. Say spec. And it's working. Let's put the M, and it doesn't match anything. Why is it not matching anything? We have spec.mts. We have spec.ts. Oh, for goodness sake. Like, this is... Anyway, this is how you tell TypeScript that this file is a module. So anyway, that's obviously not the solution according to Jest. Exactly. Oh. This is extremely promising. I think we can get rid of all our Babel dependencies because we're using tst instead. Well, it's certainly doing something, but I feel like I would like to know what exactly it's doing. Let's see. Can I just run the server, maybe? Let's see, just the server. And I would really like some verbose logging, so that's not what I want. I wonder if it's just sort of not loading somehow. You think I do? This is how we have a preset already. So I don't think it should be required, but I can put it in. I would expect that if it can't transform it, it would complain. Like it would be shouting at me, but I will retry. I'm sure it's just not starting the server. It's hanging somehow. And let's try building. It might be that. So, oops. This is node 20.9. Crazy. Crazy. Okay. So I do have to run that, obviously. I wonder if I ran it with TS node, is that going to help me? Nope. It clearly is reading the configuration, so that's not the issue. It's probably just not the setup here is not finishing, I think. So let's try. That. Oh, it. Oh, maybe it's this. Nope. cool. We're a little bit further. Anyway, let's try that one more time. This should work, right? Because there's nothing happening. Well, that's weird. Exports is not defined. When does it give you that, Aussie boy? Are you using Nuxt UI by any chance? Because if you are using Nuxt UI, I fixed that in the latest version. If you're not using Nuxt UI, then give me more info. Okay, nuxt test-utils. Exports is not defined. So we have Jest is complaining about this. Hey, that's really kind of you, Jan. Okay. Module resolution. Like with the command line. Okay. It's here, right? Module resolution. This. Is that what you mean? Okay, you mean to bundler maybe. Still not working. Let's try it in here as well. Reaper, hello. Fresh from your ebook publishing exploits. So we're still getting the same error here. Let's try this as well. Just in case, no. Like the error that we're getting here is, it doesn't look like it's coming from TypeScript. It seems this is coming from Node. Redemption, nice to see you. Okay. Right, I'm going to stick this up as a branch, and anyone who wants to tackle it is welcome to do so. But it's not fun, for sure. Okay, so we basically have got a very basic preset and Nuxt app configuration and Jest, right? So all up and going. So, oh, thank you, Redemption. And let's get rid of any of these random logs because they weren't even being called. Like it was not. Oops. But I mean, this is a good shout. We should set module resolution bundler anyway. But I will do that on the main branch rather than here. So Great. Okay, so that is... Did we already try TSM and ESM? What do you mean, Reaper? Because you may be on it. We are following Just's docs, such as they are. We are running like with some specificity that we are using experimental VM modules. Basically, the only hope with Just is you have like a magic config file that you copy from project to project. That's how it ends up working, right? So this is the PR. Have a look. Good night, learner. I'm actually going to head on as well, but it's been fun getting up and running. I'm pleased the repository is there. There's some harder work of getting nuxt vtest into this repository and coexisting with the rest of it. But once we've done that, I think we'll be in a much better place. I would like to see Just support at least an example. That would be good. But yeah, it's been a real pleasure, everyone. And let me see if there is anyone we can go raid. Maybe someone that might be running at the same time. I honestly, I don't see anybody that I know, but I would love to see that, David. And Hal, nice to hear from you too. Did you send me something and have I not replied? I can't recall. But anyway, it's really nice to see everyone. Have a great rest of your day / evening, depending on where you are. Definitely evening where I am. Study time. Cool. I don't know who this is, but let's raid them. And cool. Let's do it. Let's do it, people. And yeah, I'll have another stream before too much longer, maybe on Wednesday. Good stuff. See you all later. Have a great time.